everybody, welcome to the Chillz. We're back again. We got a special guest, Taylor, again. Thank you.
Hello. Hello again.
And this is Andy.
Why are you shaking my hand?
Because we're glad you're back.
Right.
Alright.
I'm always here.
Grab your beer. Grab your beer, listen along. We got some good stuff for you. Politics, games,
okay.
baseball games, and future reading of Andy's love life. So tune into that. I know you guys want to hear about this. Shout out to Peter. He needs to know about some stuff.
You should be happy we have a guest here.
And it's a woman. So just if you didn't notice.
Wow. Wow.
Anyways.
I can't drink that yet because it's too hot.
She's pretty hot, yeah. And
thank you, George.
See, George treats everything as if it's like a fucking boat, so it's she on everything.
A boat?
Yeah. Remember back in the day, ship captains would always regard their ships as she's because they clearly couldn't ride their own vessel.
Couldn't ride their own vessel.
That wasn't fun.
I was watching this this YouTube video of horseback riding, and he was talking about horseback riding, but she wasn't talking about horseback riding. It was Craig Ferguson, Miranda Kerr. She's like a model for Victoria's Secret. She's talking about how she did horseback riding. She grew up a little bit rough. And
I see.
And then so he's like, oh, and then Craig Ferguson's like, oh yeah, I like horseback riding too. and then she's like, oh yeah, I used to go up and down, and it was great. And then he goes, and then Craig's like this. Craig Ferguson's like this. I love going up and down. And she's not getting it for like a few minutes.
Wow.
Did you mount that? Yeah.
Did you mount that? Oh, man.
So it was just, it was so funny.
Oh,
Anyways. So, I was wondering if you guys watched the Blue Jays game.
No.
No. Well,
it was pretty bad.
You know me with sports. I usually zone out around this part, and then I just wake up for the next segment. So.
Well, we were watching it at Andy's place. Thanks for having me over.
We're so close to the World Series. Yeah.
I don't know how many people we had in one room. Let's say it was about half the size of this room here, and there was 20 people in there.
Let's just say there were so many people that people kept asking for someone to open the door or a window.
So 10 guys had to move out of the way so one guy could get out of the room.
Yeah, and he had crutches.
We didn't even have a television to watch the game.
Yeah, we were watching on this computer.
So we're going like 1950s, trying to get like a Wi-Fi.
And Craig comes in, he's like, we're watching it on this? I thought you at least had a TV. I'm like, no, I don't know why you're here.
I told them to come by.
Like, two other people, like this one couple we know, Sarah and
Aaron.
Aaron. They were already at Gabby's, right? We were supposed to all go to Gabby's, but we couldn't get enough people in Gabby's because Gabby's a lineup, which was crazy. Gabby's never has a lineup.
At 7 they were empty. At 8 they were full to the brim.
Yeah, for the Jays game, and so they had seats, but none of us had seats, and they said they could have fit like another 4 people. But we had more than 4 people in my house, and I'm like, you guys can go. I don't know why you want to watch it on a shitty computer, but everyone just came to my house, even Sarah and Aaron.
Yeah, he likes to get it precise. I remember we were watching it on Andy's computer, and the Andy hit a button on that computer, and then the screen went away or something.
Oh yeah, right.
And everybody's like, Andy, what the fuck?
And everyone's yelling at me. And I didn't do anything. They like bumped into the computer, and suddenly it just changed.
And so it's like there's like a whole chaos because the game's on, and then the screen's off, so everyone's like flipping out.
Yeah.
So what was how did they do? Like, are they like?
They were like, so what was it? 6-5? No. 4.
Were you not there? It was, we
3-4.
Yeah, we lost 3-4.
So we could have gotten 1 more point. And it was so stupid because halfway through the game, it started to rain.
Oh,
so they had a rain
funny.
delay. So instead of like actually calling off the game, which might have been smart, we could have probably won that way.
Yeah.
They just sat and waited for it to stop raining.
Yeah, we waited 30-40 minutes for rain to stop raining.
It's crazy.
So during the thing it said Rain commercial breakers.
Yeah, and I kept saying that, like, rain to like.
Did they play like the Guess Who's rain dance in the middle?
That would have been funny. No, they didn't. That would have been funny.
So other than the Jays, even though we lost, too bad for that.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait another 23 years.
23 years, like ridiculous.
Maybe they'll learn something from. Maybe the Toronto Maple Leafs will learn something from the Jays, get us in the playoffs. But I don't know if that's gonna happen.
You know, it's funny. I saw this Venn diagram over Facebook where it's just like it was like watching like the elections versus watching the Blue Jays, and the intersection was 3 hours of yelling at the TV.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of the elections, people think that Trudeau is actually going to commit to the things he said he would do. I don't know.
Such as what?
Well,
legalization. Sorry.
I heard about that.
Yeah, apparently the Hells Angels are protesting that because they don't want that to happen because that's their livelihood, and then they don't want the taxation on it.
Oh, that's weird. Never heard that one.
Yeah.
There's this new show on Discovery or something of these guys. There's one guy who talked about how he was in the Hells Angels, so he was in and out of the Hells Angels, and there was this one time period where the Hells Angels was like going through this rough patch where all the police and the FBI were infiltrating into the Hells Angels. So the Hells Angels were like, what the fuck are we going to do? How are we going to know who's the Hells Angel? Who's the cop? How are we gonna... So they're like, fuck, we got an idea. He goes, every new member who comes in, they're going to snort coke.
Apparently undercover cops will do that.
And then they're like, if they're a cop, cops don't usually do this. But if they do it, they're gonna have a lot of explaining to do to their boss. So that was one of their methods.
So funny.
Here, drink this Kool-Aid.
That's funny. But yeah, I mean, one thing that I really think the Liberals should act on is changing the way we vote. Because the way we vote now,
this is interesting.
It was very easy for the Liberals to win, whereas if we took proportional representation into account, they wouldn't have had, they did the calculations and they would have been like half the number they got.
Because right now they were 70% or something, 74,
it's too confusing because you don't really know, like, because everyone just votes for one person. Whereas if you had like a ranking system.
Yeah, because there's like 5 things on the ballot.
Right?
Yeah.
And everyone just votes for one person.
That's your percent of the riding, which also goes to the main guy,
But if you voted for like 3 people, like your first choice, your second choice, your third choice, well even if your first choice won, it would give them a better idea of like who should be like, second in command.
So what you're saying is if let's say Trudeau doesn't win, okay? And then next week he gets booted out because he's like hanging out with Mayor Ford or something, doing some stuff.
Yeah, I never do that.
I
don't think they're on the same level.
It's just
Did you hear what Stephen Harper was doing? Like he was so fucking desperate for like votes. He used Rob Ford to get more votes, and he still lost those votes.
Oh, my favorite is
and the Nickelback thing, and the I watch Netflix.
Oh, the Netflix one was retarded. It goes like this. It goes, just so you know, everybody, I like to watch Netflix, those streaming shows.
There's more like television and movies, which I view, and then there's like a Netflix like.
and then he goes like, one of my favorite shows is Breaking Bad.
Oh, come on.
And if you like Breaking Bad, you can watch all the seasons on local streaming sites or something like that. Your local streaming.
He said local streaming sites instead of Netflix.
He tried to not use the word Netflix, but that she was.
It's right behind.
But he has a whole thing behind him. So he was trying to get like those young voters like in their 20s, 30s. Everybody watching Netflix.
He's such a liar. He doesn't watch Netflix. Only watches his Fox News.
Or has his little band there.
Oh yeah, which is.
Oh yeah, right. That was interesting.
Which is a pun off of. Which is a pun.
Address, yeah.
Yeah, it is like a French pun, but the pun's off of his name because he's prime minister, so it's supposedly the worst pun ever.
Wait, what's the band?
And then he butchered Sweet Caroline.
Oh, that was the one.
Sweet
Caroline.
No, you can't sing.
No, it was bad. That was my interpretation.
What was the Nickelback thing?
Oh, he just had he took a picture with the lead guy from Nickelback.
Wow.
No one cares. Canada cried then.
Poor Chad Kruger.
Even Nickelback was like, what am I doing here?
Blackmail.
Yeah, probably. I'll give you this much money. Well, I mean,
$5,000.
I don't really need it, but I guess I'll take more.
I fucking love John Oliver.
That guy was the best.
I didn't see that.
What
That's
happened?
so good.
What happened was John Oliver does the end of this 10-minute skit of the elections. His take on the elections. He goes, oh yeah, you guys are having a 72-day election. Oh, how cute. Ours is like 4 years. And then he goes like this. He goes, I read this law that for Canadians that we cannot influence your vote, so we cannot tell you to say vote Stephen Harper.
Anyone outside of Canada.
Yeah, they say they can't say don't vote Stephen Harper, don't vote Conservative, or don't vote Liberal. They can't do that because if they do, there's a $5,000 fine plus imprisonment or something like that.
Wait, Canada can't do that? Or
No, anything outside.
Anybody out of Canada.
Oh.
So he goes. So you're saying there's a $5,000 fine, and I'm gonna be in prison? Your prison? Ah, that's so funny. He goes, here's $5,000.
Canadian.
Yeah, Canadian money. And he goes, so this is for you, Canada. And then he brings out
A moose.
a mini Zamboni, and then driving the Zamboni is
Mike Myers.
none other than Mike Myers.
In a Mountie suit.
Yeah. and then there's a guy in the back playing the guitar. And then
Did we invent that thing?
I don't know, but it was alright.
Okay.
Anyways, so then John Oliver is like, don't vote Stephen Harper. And then he's like,
here's your $5,000.
I'm not scared of your Canadian prison.
Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god.
Did someone say drop the soap? I'm not sure if he said that, but I added that in there.
I have to see.
Actually, literally the next day, I saw that there was like this like fake like sign-off letter from Stephen Harper, and it's like Canadians watched a spaceship go into outer space carrying Stephen Harper today to go back to his like home planet.
Oh yeah, I saw something similar to that, and it was like you know those TV shows called Buying a Home in Canada or something like that, and it's like Stephen Harper.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too.
Is looking for a home in your local area because he doesn't have a job now. Or he's like selling it, so he needs to find a new, cheaper house.
Yeah, they have to find a new party leader. I'm just like, wow. They really lost.
Oh,
It was funny, and then I read but this was for Back to the Future.
Oh.
There was a comic in the Star, and it's like, hey, and it's like, oh yeah, we're in Canada in 2015. Oh, and Trudeau's Prime Minister. Stupid fucking time machine.
That was a pretty good remake they did though on the 21st of October. Did you see it?
What?
The Back to the Future remake?
They did.
Not remake of like clips.
Um.
Because there was like Facebook was like promoting Back to the Future.
Yeah.
So my Facebook was all like Back to the Future themed and everything on my
Yeah,
phone.
and like the TDC was saying like, oh yeah, we're having troubles with the DeLorean right now. I think what they should have done, and like so many people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? What does this have to do with the subway? But I think what would have been really cool is if like they said the DeLorean's like, you know, on the loose, we can't control it, and then it just sometimes just appears at like random stations, just driving down the track.
Were they actually had on the subway?
No, I'm just saying that would have been so cool if they did.
There
One of those 3D hologram things, like
Yeah.
Jaws.
True.
What was it, like Jaws 23 or something?
There was a report the next day of a guy he got pulled over by the cops in a DeLorean,
Oh.
and he's going 88 miles an hour, so they had to pull him over. Speeding was 55 miles an hour, and then it was like Marty McFly and Doc, and I was like, wow, I actually opened this to read this. I totally got sad.
Wow.
I thought it was like a legitimate case of some random guy. His DeLorean.
Random
No,
has a
it
DeLorean.
just happened to be Marty McFly and Doc Brown in this thing. But they did do a real one, like they're sitting in a cafe shop,
Yeah.
like this, the two of them. And there was some scientist guy, I don't know his name, but they go, today is October 21st, precisely October 21st, and it's now the future, and I have arrived. And they did like the whole Back to the Future theme, and then it's just Marty or what's his name? The guy who plays Marty. Michael Fox. Yeah, Michael J. Fox. So he's there and he's like, he goes, Doc, 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 but he's like shaking like this.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, and so he's like, Doc Brown, are we even in the right spot? And he's like, oh my God, the waiters look so different here. Something like that. And it was just,
where did you see this? I want to see this.
On YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there's like so many different takes. There's like 3 or 4 real ones, and then there's like all these fake ones.
He has a show that apparently is really funny. Right?
Wait, who?
Fox? He has a show.
What's it called?
I forget what it's called, but it's supposed to be really funny. I haven't seen it, but I did it a few years ago. And he makes fun of like his disease too.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't mean it's
well, like it's okay because he makes fun of that. So
I guess he's definitely.
I'm glad he overcame his handicap.
There was nothing actually.
We're unscripted.
Quite unscripted.
Yeah.
The script is completely blank.
Actually, it's not.
That's from the cell phone game. Like,
Oh, sorry, that's written in my home language.
150 times. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we have our special guest has got a game for you at the end of the show, so you guys better tune in because it's gonna be reading Andy's future over here.
Yeah,
so.
do we even know how long we've been going on?
Roughly.
Let's talk about people.
Yeah, right. Fucking people. I'm like looking forward to this.
And then
one.
we'll do some Halloween fun.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
After this, we're gonna
put a bed sheet over his head and then throw him outside.
I'm into that.
I was watching one quick thing. I was watching Brett and Link quick costumes, and they're like, how to get different costumes out of one costume. And they're like, here's a bed sheet, and it's like, put it over his head. Now you're a ghost. And then he's like,
here's some Kool-Aid, some red Kool-Aid. Now you're a ghost covered in blood.
And then he takes the same thing, he puts it over his head, and he's like this. He cannot see, but now he's a Q-tip.
What? Or you can just do Adam Sandler's multiple things you can do with the shoe for Halloween.
What?
He wraps them all up like this.
A newspaper guy or whatever.
And then they wrap them all up.
With a shoe?
No, well he has a shoe and then he has a newspaper, so he just puts the newspaper pretty much
on his head, yeah.
Something like this, and he puts it in his shirt. He's like, hey, I'm a newspaper guy or something. I don't know.
Wow.
It was SNL a long time ago.
Yeah.
Really stupid.
Yeah.
I haven't watched SNL in a little while, but I watched the 40th, which was pretty crazy. There was a million guests.
I think that one was good. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
people.
Well, let me just finish what I was saying.
No.
You're not gonna die. Anyways, so the one of the last ones was he takes the same bed sheet, he wraps it all over him, he covers his face and then his body, and he goes, I'm Muslim.
No way.
Oh,
wow.
I went to visit a friend up at York U the other day, and he lives in the Assiniboine apartment. So I was reading the screen or whatever that's broadcasting York stuff, and it says ethnicities are not costumes. And I was like, that's debatable. Because technically Halloween's about don't do something like blackface or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
unless it's very, not you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I just want to
you could be another race as long as it's respectable, I would say.
Yeah.
Halloween is about dressing up as something as you're not.
I'll go as a Greek. We need money. Give me your money.
Panhandler. A Greek panhandler.
I have some bottles. I will trade you.
Yeah, one really stupid costume. Remember the 2 guys that were in that whole, that's when they start questioning when is it rape and when is it just
Wait, what are we talking
sex?
about?
Remember 2 years ago or whatever, those 2 guys that raped that girl, and because she didn't consent properly because she was drunk.
Oh, okay.
I think it was them. Well, some idiot dressed up as one of the guys. It's
wow.
That's smart.
It's I'm a convicted felon for Halloween.
Well, this year's
I'm a sex offender.
You should probably wait at least 5 years before you do anything.
No, 22.3 years.
What?
Is that
Why?
the South Park thing?
Oh,
one of those.
Anyways, since Andy.
People.
Oh, whoa.
I want to hear this. Fucking people.
The tribe has spoken.
And so is the pizza.
Oh, has it?
I think it's beeped like 3 times.
What? So you're burning the pizza?
I don't think it's in there yet. Is it?
What do you mean?
Anyways,
What? Wait, this entire time you never put the pizza in the oven?
Hold up, we need to figure out the pizza.
Anyways, let me say this.
Okay.
It's just warming up.
You're kidding me. Wait, it doesn't take half an hour for the oven to warm up.
No, it's quite warm.
You're kidding me.
Can we take like 2 seconds
What?
to just check
Alright, pause.
What the hell?
freeze frame?
You never put the pizza in the oven.
So it's nice and warm now, yeah.
But George, like,
I'm not gonna wait.
he doesn't understand.
Andy, what we're gonna do is this is gonna cook for 30
You really
minutes.
think it's
And then-
30 minutes?
Whatever.
You're waiting another 30
Let me finish that fucking sentence! And then we're gonna do the card reading, and then by the time that's
The
done,
card reading's not gonna take 30
it's
minutes.
gonna
Well,
take
it could depending on how we do it.
Yeah. So shut up.
Okay. I can't believe you did that. Some of this is gonna be cut, or at least in the bloopers.
That's
At
fucking
the end
easy,
of the
brother.
episode.
Yeah, just do like that different thing that I did before with it.
Well, yeah, that's what we do now, thanks to you. Like, at the end of the show, we just
Oh,
have a
I
little
feel so great.
bloopers thing. Yeah, well, I think it's good. It's
No,
nice.
I meant like that little dip in
Fuck.
the middle where it's just like we're gonna take a break and
Yeah,
just
true.
it goes to your thing again.
Yeah, we did that. We did breaks too.
This thing is so specific.
I know.
It's 20 minutes, boys.
Bam!
I'm gonna kill you. You could have had that hiding for 20 minutes already.
Kill me.
It doesn't take half an hour for the oven to...
Alright, we're back from the last 10 minutes of Andy's complaining. Welcome back.
People!
Anyways, Andy, pizza's in the oven. Andy wants to hear about
People.
The world's... We don't know where we're going anywhere with this sentence. But, so...
No, you. We're not royal yet.
Anyways, so Andy wants to hear about people. I'm gonna give him this.
Good.
I have experienced some interesting people in the last... I don't know.
No, fucking people.
Oh,
He's been fucking people?
No.
Yes, that's the debate.
Fucking
Is he
annoying.
fucking people or is he fucking people?
Annoying people. Annoying people, not effing people.
You said fucking people before we started filming.
Yeah, like fucking people as in generally mad at them.
Exactly.
Not
I know, that's why I
not
said
like not like
fucking people.
not
or
like boom, boom,
fucking
shakalaka, laka,
people?
boom.
You know what? Just start talking. What is wrong with people?
where do I start? That's the question here. My list is so long here. Hold on, let me pull my script. Oh yeah, here we go. Number 1.
Yeah.
People who throw other people under the bus.
Oh no.
Number 2.
Literally or figuratively?
Well, I think
I mean, both would suck, but there's a level there.
People who can't follow schedules. People.
Wait, are you just ratting like one person out right now?
No.
Are you just angry at one person?
And then there's also earlier this week, this person I know just complains all the time about problems. Okay.
Interesting, because what are you doing?
What type of problem?
And they're not very big problems. They can just fix it themselves and shut up and get it done. Why do they just? All they do is talk. They don't do any action. They can just fix it themselves.
Oh, you mean like Andy when he was complaining about the number that he switched backwards so I couldn't find the address?
Oh, yeah, right.
He was so.
Not to name names.
Oh, yeah, no.
He was so insisting that he was not wrong, and then he's like, "No, I told
But
you."
it's so fucked up, because I
told
him.
I told you
said,
it's 1, 2, 3. No. I told you it's 7, 8, 9. No, it's 1, 2, 3.
If we want to be realistic, it was the reverse of 1, 2. Well, not. It was 3, 2. So, you know. If we
Anyways,
sort of-
and he's still confused.
even though this is a fake number, you actually can't find where we live right now. Although we've told you just numbers, so. Yeah.
So just put those numbers together somewhere in Australia. You're good to go.
Somewhere in Australia.
By the way, I need some more fuel for the private jet.
All right.
Alright.
We'll hook you right up after the show. All right, guys. We'll be back with some card reading, and we'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Peace.
That was it for people?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, what the hell? We had 2 things.
Well, you can add in.
I was expecting, like,
Okay,
George's rant
and
to take on longer.
I had more rants, but
Well, why aren't you still going?
but
why
I'm
did
not,
you just cut
I'm
off?
not as upset as I was earlier in the.
Oh, damn it,
Last
man.
night I wanted to
that's the George we want. We don't want the passive George.
Once I drive, like I relax and then.
Oh fuck! He drove. That's the problem. See, we shouldn't have given him the car. Next time.
Don't. And then my mom goes, "Be careful when you're driving." And I go, "Mom, don't worry. I'm not gonna hit anybody by accident. Just somebody on purpose." She goes, "Don't tell the insurance that."
Yeah, because that would be smart.
One time I was driving, and this lady decided to run in front of the car.
Oh, speaking of which, I almost got hit by a car last night.
Wow.
Yeah, it came to a screeching halt just a few inches in front of me.
Jeez.
You alright? Oh,
Yeah.
They hit you though.
No, it didn't actually hit me, but there was a long time ago, where I actually got my foot run over by a car. And actually, what they did was they were like pulling out of a space. They pulled up onto my foot, and then they just waited there.
Wait,
so I'm like smacking their car like.
Wait, they waited on your foot?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm surprised it wasn't
Don't
broken.
drink and drive, folks. This is what happened.
Actually, I think it was just two stupid girls just not paying attention.
Oh my god.
Because like they literally came to a screeching halt. Like everyone on the street turns around, and I just stare them down and just kept walking.
That's crazy.
The craziest thing I saw was like an actual like hit and run. Like this car hits the side view mirror of another car and then just drives off. The fuck? You don't just like.
Sorry, what were you saying about a woman with the jumping in front of a car?
Oh yeah. So I was driving one time and this lady decided to run in front of my car, and then I slow down because I see her running. She runs in front of the car. She starts yelling. She goes, "You almost hit me! You almost hit me!" And then the neighbor comes out and is like, "I saw that you almost hit her!" And I was like, "Ma'am, you fucking ran in front of the car. I'm slowing down to avoid." I literally turned around. Then she runs in front again. She wanted to get hit by the fucking car. I don't understand.
Well, that kind of reminds me of like that same response that someone had. Like I was when I was mixing at like the university. I used to do laps around the building just to like, because you have to sit for a long time, so I needed the exercise. And so I'm running down the hallway, and this guy is like, if I had just been walking, he would have just kept going this way, right? But because I was running at him, all of a sudden like he just deviates from the path that he was already going on and goes, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!" Like, what do I do? What do I do? She's running at me. I'm like. And I ran past him, and I'm like, you had no reason
Why did you even have
to do that at all. You were going this way. I would have avoided you no matter what. But no, you're like, "Oh my god, someone's running at me. Fight or flight."
That's crazy.
Wow.
People are nuts.
And I'm just like, go that way.
This one guy, and I was on my computer upstairs and in the office, and I just, surfing the net, and then I hear outside. I'm like, the hell happened? I look out the window, some guy just rear-ended some guy's Honda Civic.
Nice.
And I'm like,
nice.
the guy, it was a parked car, so he wasn't there. But his fucking hood's like this, curved up like that, you know what I mean? And so, I'm like, I come outside and I'm like, oh, well, he's writing a note on the guy's thing, right? So
no.
So I'm like, that's okay.
Oh,
So I was like, alright, I'll write his plate down just in case, the other guy. So I write his plate down, and then I was like, oh, but he's leaving a note. That's nice. So, you can contact him. and then the guy comes back around, like the guy who hit him in some SUV, comes back around and he's like this. Nobody's here. Okay. So he goes back to the note and he writes something else down. What the fuck is this? Because I was literally just sitting on my porch. You can't see on my porch because there's a tree, but I can see out. And so I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? So as soon as he leaves, I go read the note.
And what does the note say?
The note says like this: I hate your car. Guess who I am? I was like, what the fuck?
And then you just added the license plate.
So what happened was, because I came outside the first time, I was standing on my steps. He knew I was watching, so he went and wrote some shit down. But I didn't know he was writing fucking garbage down. It was something retarded he wrote down. And then I was like, wow. And then I was like, well, at least I got his plate down. And then I was like, oh fuck, I lost it. Oh well.
I remember when my mom was accused of knocking this neighbor's bins over because we were going to church. And because of the wind...
That's a sin. I know.
Fuck you. Because of the wind that day, all the bins had been knocked over. And so we park our car, and there are these 2 bins knocked over, and the neighbor thinks that we knocked her bins over. She's like, "You are not allowed to park in this parking spot ever again. You are not allowed in this section.
You are banished from the road."
I'm just like, what's wrong with this woman?
Oh, there's some crazy. There's a crazy ass woman on my street too. She's just nuts.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's funny because I remember this one parking story. It's from Bill Bryson, the travel writer. He's in Italy and he's like, I love how Italians drive. It's like they've spilled acid on their pants. And he talks about how there's this one car, he has barely any room to park in between these 2 cars, and he smashes this front bumper into the back of the other car, and then smashes the back bumper of his car into the front bumper of the other car, and just basically squeezes into the spot.
oh man.
He inserted himself into that space.
And then the guy in the front car gets out, just takes his knee, and just jams it as far up the door as he can, and then drives away with his tailpipe just like limping.
My God, I got one quick one before we go for our pizza here. But when I was in Greece, yeah, these guys are fucking terrible drivers.
Yeah.
Either that or they just don't give a fuck. But yeah, so we're driving and there's a car in front of us. We're 3 cars behind, but excuse me. There's a car in front of us, and everyone's stopping at a train track. The train's coming back.
Well, that makes sense.
So it's like, because the train's coming, the fucking thing. This guy fucking in front of us, he doesn't want to fucking wait for the train.
So he starts honking, right?
No. He rams the guy in front of him. It gets better than this.
Oh my God.
He reverses out, right? And the train's coming like this. And then he decides to fucking pass the train.
What?
All I see is that he gets clipped by the train.
He got clipped?
Well, he got hit by minimal. And I was like, wow, this guy like just literally cheated death right now.
That is insane.
Holy shit.
I've never heard of that. That is crazy.
That happened to me live in concert in Greece. So.
I've heard that the roads are so narrow. Well, I've seen it too. The roads are so narrow that when the buses go, no one can fucking open their car doors. Because if they do,
that's why everybody rides mopeds. And that's why everybody gets hit by mopeds.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe it. That's the most ridiculous story I've ever heard.
Oh, I saw that live in concert.
Chasing a train. Wow. That is.
Anyways,
Holy crap.
we'll be back. We got some cards.
Yeah.
Thanks to Taylor, she's gonna show us some cool stuff. I've never seen these before, so it's gonna be interesting for me too. And very much for Andy.
Oh, I think Taylor, you've got the grim.
Okay, Andy, you're
God.
done. All right,
Get out. Get out. You don't get a tarot card reading.
Harry Potter.
Okay. Hello. No, not like that.
Shouldn't I finish that? Because like it clashes with. I guess it doesn't.
It's fine. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our special segment of the show where we're gonna be.
Welcome back. We never did this segment, so.
Yeah, well,
Stagnant?
Segment.
Stagnant.
You're stagnant.
It's not welcome back. It's hi everyone. This is the next part of our show.
All right, Calvin, relax.
That
okay.
Why am I Calvin all of a sudden?
Because your thing says Calvin. You must be Calvin. You know, like Back to the Future. Calvin, wake up, Calvin.
Why do you
Why can't he Calvin? You know where it says Calvin. Okay. Anyway, so Taylor's gonna be explaining us these magical cards. Cards. Listen.
You said cards.
I did not say.
He said cards. Come on, vouch for me.
No. Anyways.
Well, these specific cards are called tarot cards.
That's nice, by the way. That's really nice.
What?
No, the red.
Oh, I thought you were pointing at my boobs, and I was like,
Nice.
they're very nice to me.
Anyways,
You will never touch them.
continue
Thanks,
the
Andy.
tarot cards.
I just try to speak the truth.
I'm gonna hurt this guy. His reading's not gonna be in a desert alone. It's gonna be something else.
Yeah, you're wandering the desert without a map.
I don't even know what you're saying.
Neither do I.
No, never mind. You know what?
Give us a quick rundown on how this works for those that don't know.
Okay. Well, most people know what tarot cards. I think you're the only one. Basically, for all of our Georges at home.
Holy crap! There's more people that look like him. Oh.
Invasion of the Bystanders.
Invasion of the Bystanders.
Anyways, I have a story for you when you're after. Anyways, continue.
Okay. So basically what these do are, you can do different spreads with them, is what they're called, where you lay out the cards and you can use them to pinpoint things specifically in your life. Like you could ask questions about how to proceed with something in your life that's, you know, maybe you don't really know like what stance to take on it, or what decision you want to make, or you want like a general overview of like your life, or like your personal growth, different areas of it. It just helps you to basically, they don't really tell the future, but they give you options and suggestions and ideas and advice on how to proceed, or it'll tell you if you take this route, this is what's the possible outcome. So
this is like those things you'll find at those like psychic readings.
Yeah.
Alright.
Except it's not going to cost you any money.
Alright.
They're free today, folks!
One time I went to a psychic telling them they were going to close down. Oh.
They didn't see that coming?
No. Anyways, continue. So here we go. What's our first one gonna be? Is it gonna be Andy?
So what we'll do today is we'll just do one. We'll just pick one card. So you can just ask a question, and I'll pick, and then you pick out one card with your left hand.
All right.
That is the hand of fate, apparently.
Yeah, because you know, heart, hand, arm.
And
what? It makes sense. That's why we wear the ring on our finger, because it's the vein connected.
And the hip bone's connected to them.
What?
Alright, so we'll do, you just have to ask a question.
Okay.
And I will use my little book because I'm not that experienced yet. I haven't had time to memorize everything.
Give it 4 years.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, actually pretty much.
No, 3.75. Or 23.6.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mathematician.
Yeah, I guess you remember the 23.5.
Will George be good at math in the future? Not likely.
Get off that show. Get off that show. No, you're welcome to come back. Anyways.
I'm not.
We'll see how the cards.
Yeah, Andy's back.
The cards.
So, first question is, Andy will be returning next week.
Oh, come on. This is a stupid question to waste.
Okay, pick a card.
There's
We'll answer that question.
There's no waste. There's
This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
So we got of coins.
10 of coins. And this is treasure and discovery, so related to Andy coming back next week.
What?
Because that was the question that was asked.
Ridiculous.
But it's relevant.
It really is not.
Ridiculous but relevant.
It's really not.
The path to discovering the treasure is more valuable than the treasure itself.
So you're good.
Amazed at your own abilities. Surprised by what you were able to accomplish. Proud of yourself. Realizing that your individuality is irreplaceable.
Yes!
I wasn't coming back.
No, you can't be
Understanding
replaced.
intrinsic value.
Which means I wasn't coming
back.
Ventures resolve favorably. So
So
Andy in the
Andy,
background as usual.
Andy is a welcome back. He's always.
This is a stupid question.
Okay.
It's like, will I be having pizza tomorrow? And you know you're having pizza tomorrow. Oh look! No, that is not my question! I want you to ask
Okay,
my question.
I'll ask a question, a serious question for Andy.
Yeah.
Will Andy get the person that he likes to get?
God.
Pick a card.
The one that
Decide Andy's fate.
the one that he's dreaming of. Ooh, a nice leopard.
Oh, I got that
Queen
one
of
earlier.
coins, my friend.
Bliss and comfort.
That's good.
I got this one earlier today in another reading. Drinking in contentment like a thirsty sponge.
That's not
Taking
good.
time for yourself, enjoying blessings you have, reveling in accomplishment, intellectual and innovative triumph.
So, what it's trying to say is,
Answer.
take time for yourself, then pursue what you want to pursue, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, or take some time to think about it and make sure it's exactly what you want, and that you are content with yourself before
I
you
don't
move
think this
forward.
helped at all.
I need the cards to tell me this!
I don't think this helped at all.
What? Okay,
Next question.
will George ever find love? That's my question.
Oh, well, he's already found some good stuff.
Yeah, but...
Let's Andy pick this one now.
Well, that makes sense. I'm the one who asked the question. Oh, that doesn't look
There's
good.
probably gonna be some slight. Oh, you got it upside down?
Oh, yeah.
It's a bird.
I think so. I think I had it upside
It's
down.
not Superman, that's for sure.
Superwoman.
It's a bird!
It's a plane.
Black and clouded. Things easing up, not feeling so dark, starting to fly, healing, releasing self-indulgence, withstanding the normal upsets of life, shedding barriers, learning to separate oneself from problems.
So...
It's very general.
The answer is...
Well, basically, George will ever find love. In time.
Time is the only thing to fear, really.
What's your question, Taylor?
Now we gotta ask one for Taylor. Or is Taylor gonna ask one for us?
Someone can ask one for me.
Alright, Andy, go for it.
I don't know.
I have faith in you.
I don't have...
Oh, I got one here.
There you go.
Will Taylor's movie career be as big as fabulous as she would like?
As big as fat.
And big and fabulous. Just let me say the questions here. That's the big last one right here. Oh.
Oh, you're an idiot. Now you just ruined the whole... You've just screwed up Faith.
So we have a King of Cups, Divine Sage. Not Sage from Warner,
Oh,
guys.
God. I hope not.
Alright, let's look at steps.
She doesn't watch this, does she?
What?
Never mind. Somebody would know.
If
You
got
are a
Sage
leader.
regarded-
You are admired because of your knowledge and how you project yourself to others. Others want to be as successful as you. Brilliant direction, producing favorable results, and flattery.
How ironic did you get that to get this good?
I guess I'm gonna be a director and a producer.
I don't think so, but sure.
Throwing the book at you.
Read between the lines, Taylor. Directing and producing doesn't mean directing and producing.
Well, didn't George Clooney direct and produce and star and?
Is she George Clooney?
No.
But she could do better in the next 8 years.
And just out of curiosity, what was this one? The Empress. Conception, intuition.
Yeah, but did you take it upside down?
I don't think that's irrelevant.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Actually, it does play a role sometimes.
Oh.
Creation and birth explode to form a body of vivaciousness.
Vivaciousness. Oh.
Productivity adds to an already abundant and plentiful environment. Kindred spirits prosper, birds of a feather all join to form a harmonious existence and become synced with each other.
Oh, isn't that nice? Harmony.
Alright,
I'm gonna get a good team together and we're gonna make lots of movies.
watch out, Mr. Cameron. Watch out.
Yeah, I don't think you should wear the James Cameron.
You're gonna be coming in second place now. Watch out.
When was the last movie you made? Wasn't that Avatar?
No.
Oh, I got a good question. We'll end. I guess we can end the show.
Alright, here we go.
How many are we gonna get a large viewership for this video?
Oh yes. We don't even need to ask.
Will we make any money? That's the real question.
Why is everything always about the money?
Well, we don't have any money.
We got a whole 2 cents, buddy. Relax.
Queen of Coins again.
No.
In time you will have viewers.
No, you picked it and you should pick this card.
We just asked the question.
Okay, you asked about money then.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well,
will we actually make like real moolah on this show?
No.
The lizard. I think. Yeah.
Well, let's see it. It's a pretty cool lizard, actually.
And this card I don't have to look up because I do know it, and it has to do with creative ability. So it's the completion of projects and creation. So you will be creating a lot of wealth for yourself.
Oh
Yeah,
we're gonna be rich.
When? We have no idea.
But we have a great producer on our side who's going to be amazing and take out Mr. Cameron.
And add some femininity to the show.
All right,
With a
everybody.
sense of humor.
That means
Yeah.
you have to be on every week.
Not every week.
I can just stand in the background and you can just crop this.
Alright, everybody. Thanks for being on the show, Taylor, again. Thank you guys for tuning in. Alright.
What is going on?
Peace.
And he's confused.